Raymond Roberts.
They just invited me because I'm good at fixing shit. How you guys doing? Thanks for coming out tonight. Awesome. Yeah. I'm trying to be more upbeat, you know. My buddy's like, well, just start being more positive. And I'm like, how do you do that? How do you just be more positive? He's like, well, think about something that you're grateful for and then focus on it. And what you'll find is that your brain is a very powerful magnet. So if you put positivity into the universe, you're going to keep attracting more positivity. But if you keep putting negativity into the universe, you're going to keep attracting negativity. And it was at that moment it clicked, I get it now. This guy doesn't get how magnets work. It's like, who's his science teacher? The insane clown posse? I mean, what is going on there? So apparently the key to happiness is just having a general lack of understanding of basic science. So I have been working on that. But I'm doing better. I am getting out of a rut. For example, a couple of years ago, every day for breakfast, I ate a bowl of oatmeal for a year and a half straight. And I'm not talking about variety pack, maple brown sugar, apple cinnamon. I'm talking oatmeal in a bowl every day for a year and a half. And my wife at the time was like, you can't do that. You got to change it up. Well, you know, you're probably right. But when I pointed out to her that I had been eating the same pussy for the last 20 years, she didn't want to have that discussion. At that point, it was time to change the subject. But I know that the key to a healthy relationship is compromise. So I said, I'll make you a compromise. I'm only going to eat oatmeal on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I'm going to fuck the oatmeal on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But unfortunately, that compromise did not work out. So I have been trying to meet people lately. Ladies, fellas. But meeting people is hard, especially because I don't drink anymore. And the only thing worse than being the old guy at the bar hitting on women is being the old guy at the bar hitting on women dead sober. It's not a good look, you know? Like, I walk up to the bar and she's nodding, she goes. I walk to the bar, I'm like, hey, can I buy you a drink? I'm like, but you're not drinking. I'm like, oh no, I want to keep my wits about me. But you keep drinking, it's cool. It's a hard pass every time. I don't understand why. Some women get really aggressive about it. Some women are just like, what are you, a creep? Like, you're at a bar not drinking, are you a creep? I'm like, no, that doesn't mean I'm a creep. It means I'm a designated driver who eats pussy. You're totally missing the point, you know? Like, I'm an Uber driver who pays you in cunnilingus for this ride, you know? I actually am starting my own rideshare program called Lick. Let's see if that's gonna take off. No. That's not working out very well, so as a means of last resort, I did get on a dating app, which is a nightmare. I would not recommend it. But I'm not good at the app because instead of using it to find common connection with people, I just use it to talk shit about people's profiles. Like women, a lot of women put on there that they're dog moms. Do we have any dog moms in the audience? Yeah, we got one dog mom. I hate to break it to you, but like, unless that dog came out of your vagina, you just have a dog. It's stolen valor, you know? Conversely, if that dog did come out of your vagina, we have nothing to discuss about because you're a bitch. But I did get a date somehow in spite of all this. I did get a date. It was going well. She seemed to be having a good time. I was having a good time. But then she was talking about a previous relationship. And she said it was at that moment that I realized I could never be with somebody who already had kids. And I said, yeah, me neither. That's why I left my wife. In all fairness, I was asked to leave. I don't know if that makes that better or worse, but I tell you all this to explain why I've been jerking off to internet porn lately. But when I do it, I take the case off my phone because I like it raw. Feels way better that way. We got any raw dogs in the audience? We got any raw dogs in here? See, I know okay, we got a couple in the back, thanks for being honest. Here's the thing, I know that we have way more raw dogs in this audience because I recently read a study that said that San Antonio has the highest rates of STDs of any city in the state. You know? And when I first heard that, I got a little bit nervous because I myself am a raw dog. And apparently I'm dating in a sea of STDs, right? But then I read that study a little bit further, and what it said was that 1,100 people have STDs for every 100,000 people in the population. So 1.1% of the population has an STD. So I'm like, okay, so if I have sex and I don't wear a condom, I have a 1.1% chance of getting an STD. But if I do wear a condom, I have a 100% chance of not enjoying it as much. I like those odds. I'm going to keep rolling those dice. But I want to do it responsibly. So I recently just got an STD test. I'm proud to say, no new STDs. Pretty excited about that. We cannot dwell on the past. We can only look to the future. But when I got the test, I didn't go to the doctor's office. I went to the Metro Health Clinic. Because fun fact about the Metro Health Clinic, when you go there, all the sluts in the waiting room, they fuck. There is a lot of questionable pussy at the Metro Health Clinic. But before you get the test, you have to take this risk assessment questionnaire. And they ask you questions like, do you have unprotected sex? Do you have sex with multiple partners? Do you use drugs? Do you use drugs while you're having sex? And I got confused. I'm like, how many times are they going to ask me if I like to have a good time? The only answer is yes, please, because I'm a gentleman. Really? That's the only answer that works. So I went to the back, and the phlebotomist, the word of the day today is phlebotomist, the lady who draws your blood, she didn't know which vials to get. So she asked what test she was supposed to do. And they're just repeating the test that I'm supposed to get. But the way she said it is, all right, so he's got chlamydia, syphilis, gonorrhea, and HIV. I'm like, close the door, bitch. I'm trying to bang these clinic sluts, and you're acting like I just blacked out my STD bingo card. Or loteria card if you're banging Hispanic chicks. Last time I did that, they played the crap card on me. That was really bad. I have a question. Is America a sexist country? Is America a sexist country, do you all think? No? Okay. Well, okay, one person says yes. I agree. I think that America is a sexist country. And if you don't agree with me, I've actually been developing an economic model to prove once and for all that America is a sexist country. Right? So let's say that we have a test subject. The test subject's name is Bob. Bob likes to get blowjobs. But the problem is Bob is awkward, so he doesn't date well. So Bob has to purchase those blowjobs on the open market. The price of that blowjob is determined at the intersection of supply for blowjobs wanted and demand for blowjobs, supply for blowjobs offered and demand for blowjobs wanted. But here's the problem. Bob is unemployed, and Bob's unemployment benefits just ran out. So Bob has to get creative, and Bob says, I'm going to start selling my body. But due to the systematic devaluation of male sexuality throughout the generations, no one is buying what Bob is selling because the market is literally flooded with free dick. Who's going to pay for dick if it's literally free everywhere you turn? I mean, there is the wealthy widowers, you know, the 1%. They're looking for love in all the wrong ages, you know, but they want a boy toy. Bob is no boy toy, right? So that means that Bob, unfortunately, has to start selling himself to other guys. And as any economist will tell you, guys who pay other guys for sex, they're not gay. They're just looking for a good deal. They're trying to stretch their blowjob dollar. Because at the end of the day, a mouth is a mouth, preferably is behind a glory hole. And unfortunately for Bob, Bob's eyes are Bob's moneymakers. All of this adds up to mean that Bob is earning 60 cents on the blowjob dollar when compared to his female counterpart. Which means that Bob has to give 1.7 blowjobs for every one blowjob that he receives. And until this blowjob gap tightens, America will always be a sexist country. And for those of you who don't appreciate that joke, I went into debt to be able to tell that joke. And in case you missed it, I'm Bob. All right, guys, I'm glad I got to come out tonight. Thanks for being here. My name's Randy Roberts.
Give it up for Ramy one more time. Doing the research that we all needed in our lives, for sure. He wasn't wrong though about Dick just being out there, because I can show you on my